How does the emulsification process work? We can see the basic emulsification process as it relates to making vinaigrette salad dressing through our presentation slide. Emulsion in salad dressing, vinaigrette. In the picture, you can see the basic emulsification process as it relates to the making of vinaigrette. This particular emulsification is started by placing acid, commonly lemon juice, and egg yolks in a metal mixing bowl. Vinaigrette salad dressing are an example of an emulsion, a blend of two liquids that are generally unmixable, like oil and water. The egg yolk and lemon juice in this case will be the continuous phase, the emulsion container, to which we will add our fat, the dispersed phase, later. Then we add in vinegar and a little bit of water so it is not too acidic. This is followed by some mustard and honey to give flavor and a little bit of body to the emulsified salad dressing. Unless an emulsifier like egg yolk, honey or mustard is added to an emulsion, the ingredients will revert to their original separated state. This is why vinaigrette that only contain oil and vinegar separated after time, but mayonnaise, which contain oil, vinegar and egg, does not. It's important in the early stages of the emulsification process to add a very small amount of fat slowly at first, usually just a few drops at a time. The reason this slow start is important is because in the early phases of the emulsification process, the fat has plenty of room to freely move around, avoiding the wick and instead just floating on top of the water as it naturally prefers to do. Once the fat starts to break up and becomes dispersed throughout the emulsion, additional fat can be added more quickly because the already dispersed droplets will work much like a mill, breaking the dispersed droplets up into smaller particles, making it much easier to incorporate the dispersed phase in a more continuous stream. Stirring power is applied in the form of stirring the contents of the bowl with a whisk. Emulsions are unstable, so they do not form spontaneously. Energy must be introduced through shaking or stirring to introduce the ingredients to form an emulsion. It's important to note, however, that the more stirring power you are using, the less important this dispersion mill becomes. It's much harder for a fat droplet to escape the rapidly churning blade of a high-speed blender than that of a hand-powered whisk. Finally, this is the product of vinaigrette. Thank you.
If you want an all-purpose salad dressing, it's got to be a classic vinaigrette, and the secret is to use 3 parts oil and 1 part vinegar and you get great results. So, get a teaspoon of Dijon mustard into a bowl, then a tablespoon of white wine vinegar and whisk them together. If you prefer, you could use balsamic or a flavoured vinegar or lemon juice instead. They're all delicious. Then add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and keep whisking as you add the oil because it'll make the vinaigrette slightly emulsified. Same as with the vinegar, you could change the oil and also add all sorts of other flavourings like a pinch of sugar, honey, chopped garlic or herbs. It's all a matter of taste and it's really fun to experiment. Then just a pinch of sea salt and a little freshly ground black pepper. Just mix the seasonings in and it's done. So there